I've been wrestling for 15 years now, at this point in my life, 34 years old, 15 long years. Started right out of, actually I was still a senior in high school when I decided I was going to give this a shot. So my career now compared to, let's say 10 years ago, 5 years into the business, compared to now, I mean, I'm older, you know, I'm much more mature. I understand things much more differently. I can digest things that I couldn't digest, you know, 10 years ago. I understand the complexities of things that wouldn't even been apparent to me 10 years ago. But most of all, I think I'm just a much more mature, well-rounded, not just performer in and out of the ring, but as a person. You know, I've grown, I've grown as a person. Just, you know, who I am, my personality, you know, the way I see things. I just, you know, in the ring, I am the same person I was 10 years ago, but it just hurts a lot more. So I was contracted to TNA, and I was on television, you know, making a very good living for 6 years straight, and then on and off for like another 4 years. But even through that whole entire time, I never stopped doing independent pro wrestling. You know, I think that was kind of like the hustler mentality in me, where I didn't want to let that go. Whereas a lot of people did let that go that were in the same shoes as me. There was a lot of guys contracted at the time that decided that they didn't want to do independent wrestling, that they were done with it, that they wanted to just collect their check every week, go wrestle on TV, do the live events, do the house shows, and so be it. But you know, I never was that guy. When I wasn't on television or I wasn't booked on a house show or live event, I was doing independent pro wrestling.
Why?
I loved it. I loved everything about independent pro wrestling. To me, independent pro wrestling is the lifeblood, really, of pro wrestling. And if I lose my contact and my connection with the fans of independent pro wrestling, I feel like I'm losing, you know, a big chunk of me as a performer. So I never wanted to let that go, because, you know, my story was, you know, maybe not the same as somebody else's, but I came from the independents. So to me it was like, okay, you know, these fans and this product and this medium has kind of catapulted me into signing this contract at a young age and getting on TV and stuff. Now, why would I just walk away from that? You know, let me try to capitalize and stick to it and gain these fans' acceptance even more so, to show them that, you know, I really didn't, I'm not turning my back on you. You know, you guys helped me get to this point, and I still did those independents. To me, it's out of sight, out of mind. I don't want to just wrestle on TV, and you know, a lot of it goes back to, you know, TNA at the time, and how they were perceived as a company, you know, and how their perception changed, you know, later towards the end of my run there. But I just never wanted to give up independent pro wrestling, and it, you know, I think it behooved me for that, because when I left, you know, I still could make a living on independent pro wrestling, you know, whereas there was a lot of guys that would leave or their contracts would lapse and they just didn't know where to go, where to turn. Whereas you know, my contract in 2009, it's 2016. You know, I left in 2009. I came back on and off for another, you know, 4 years, but I never chose to, and that's another thing a lot of people don't know. I chose never to sign a contract after I left in 2009 with TNA. You know, I wanted to just do what I was, you know, they'd call me randomly for a TV or a house show or a 4-month, 2-month, you know, stint, but I didn't want to sign. You know, I could have if I really wanted to, but I didn't want to. I wanted to do that and then go back to the independents and make my living that way.
Sonjay countering on!
I love the fact that I could say to a company, you know, I choose not to sign a contract with you. I choose to stay on the independents. You know, that's like this, you know, really fulfilling thing to a performer to be able to say. You know, that shows like the strength of independent pro wrestling. You know, it's 2016, and I still, you know, I never worked. I've never had a real job. I I've just been doing this for 15 years nonstop, and that is a testament to the power of independent pro wrestling. And not just the power of independent pro wrestling, but the power of you believing in yourself and going out there and doing your job to the best of your abilities.
I was on the very second AIW show back in 2005, and look at what this place is today. Here over all those years, and this turnout, what we're doing here for JT and Dave, this match that you just gave me. Thank you to everybody, I appreciate it.
That's a great question. Like, what keeps you relevant? You know, what keeps you relevant? 15 years in the game, not contracted, no machine behind you. How do you stay relevant? I mean, it's such a great question, and I don't even know if I can fully answer that question. I don't know if I can fully put that into words, but. You know, I love what I do. Still to this day, I love what I do. I'm still to this day, I'm passionate about what I do. I still go out there and I still give it 110%. You know, no matter what the situation is, I still show fans that I'm not any different than I was 10 years ago. You know, I'm a little older, with a lot less hair, but I'm still the same performer. I still go out there and I can still do everything that you expect me to do, but I'm going to give it 110%. You know, and I've carved this niche of being a junior heavyweight and not just, you know, incorporating the independent style, but incorporating a smart television-based style, mix it into one. And here you go, 15 years later. Hell, I mean, this year alone, you know, 8 different countries. Seen the whole world, 2016. So whatever it is, man. Like I said, I don't know if I can even put it in words, but whatever it is, I guess it's working to a degree. I'm Sonjay Dutt. I'm proud to be independent.